Hi viewers, this is Susan Muita through to Living Show, which comes via Sky Cable TV. Today we are going to talk about COVID-19, and may I ask, what is COVID-19? What do you understand by COVID-19? Because it's a disease which the whole world, everybody is talking about it. Everybody is scared about it. Everybody is avoiding it, and other people are not avoiding it just because of their beliefs. Others is because of ignorance. Others is because they are following other people. So let's talk about that topic. COVID-19. What do you understand by COVID-19? COVID-19 is a virus disease which is caused by coronavirus. And why it is called COVID-19? It is because it started or was discovered 2019. So that's why it is called COVID-19. And it is also called, it comes from a coronavirus which is called SARS-CoV-2. And we know, or what we have had, it's originated from China, but now we know it's all over the world. And we know there are some other parts of the world where it is more, or as we are speaking, there are some countries which are having new infections, and it's spreading rapidly in some areas more than the others. And it's also mutating to new variants. We have had the South African variant. There is also another variant from Britain, and as we are speaking right now, it's still mutating to different types. So let's talk more of the symptoms, or when do you get the symptoms, or when do you get infected with the coronavirus. We know the symptoms, they can start showing from the second day after you get infected to 14 days. So it depends on individuals, or it also depends on when you got it, or how you got it, and where you got it from. Mostly it's a virus, so it's more transmissible more than the other diseases, because it's being passed from one person to the other. And some of the symptoms, I have some of the symptoms here, but even before we go to the symptoms, let's see how this virus, which everybody is scared about it, how it looks like. So the coronavirus looks like this because it has the E protein. It also have an S protein. The yellow part is E protein. The red protruding part of it is S protein. And then like the two dots, which are orange, are M protein. But COVID-19 virus, you cannot see it with your naked eyes. This is a picture which was taken by a very strong microscope. So it was, viewed on a lab to see how it looked like, but that's how it is. It has those attachments, especially S protein. So when you see it on a picture, that's COVID-19, the virus. And what do we know about virus, even when we have other types of viruses? We know, we talk about other viruses like HIV virus or hepatitis, virus. So mostly viruses, they don't have a cure. That's why many diseases which have virus, mostly the treatment is through your strong immune system, or vaccine. So let's go back to COVID-19 symptoms. So we just said that the symptoms, they can show between the second day up to 14 days. So we are all different. Our immune is different because the way you fight with that virus and the way I fight with mine, depending also on my age, depending on how strong I am, or if I have any other underlying issues. Because this COVID-19, there are people who will never show any symptoms, or there are those who will show very mild symptoms, and there are those people who will show the symptoms, but they will be able to stay at home with those symptoms and manage it and get better. They might not even take any medications. But there are those people also, when they get the virus, they will get sick, very sick. They will also go to the hospital and they will be managed at the hospital, they will be treated at the hospital, and they will be able to go back home. Then there is another class of other people, they will be affected by this virus. They go to the hospital, they might be on ventilators, they might be intubated, they might spend a lot of time in the hospital. And then there are other people who they might not make it. So this is a dangerous disease. And let me tell you, this disease, we have to do something, because most young people who have no underlying issues, they might not develop the symptoms, and they might get sick and then take it to their family members who are over 50. Other people who their immune is compromised by underlying other issues like diabetes, hypertension, congestive heart failure, asthma. Those kind of people, they might catch it more than the healthy people. So we have to know what are the symptoms for COVID-19. So here we have one of the symptoms is fever. You feel you have high fever or chills. And how we know the fever, how do we check the fever? So most people, I'm advising them to have a thermometer. Like myself, I have this one. You can buy it on a pharmacy, you can buy it in the chemist. And what when you take the temperature, like I'll take the temperature myself, and then it will read. So when the temperature is 100.3 Fahrenheit or and above, and they're on, that's Fahrenheit. And then on degrees, because different people have different measurements. So when you are using the degrees, like this, my thermometer here has the side of degrees, and it has the side of Fahrenheit. So the degrees, it's 37.94 centigrade. So that's, high fever. So that is one of the symptoms. And also when, the temperature starts getting from 99.0 Fahrenheit. So when you start feeling like you have a fever, but for our sake, for what I'm explaining, for COVID-19, the temperature is going very high. So that's why we need to be monitoring temperatures. And how you do it, like this one, so like you take, you bring the thermometer near that person and read. It will, you pause like a minute or just half a minute, and then it will read for you here. Then that's the time you'll know that person have one of the symptoms. Because when you have the fever or you feel you have the chills, that's part of, you are getting sick, even if it's another infection, or because most infection, they can give you high fever. So you already know that you have one of the symptoms of COVID-19. Another symptoms of COVID-19 is, most people, they are coughing a lot. So that's another one. Then shortness of breath or difficult breathing. What is shortness of breath or difficult breathing? Shortness of breath is when you cannot breathe, the air, you cannot inhale it the normal way, or you are having a hard time breathing. You are breathing with your muscles. You're breathing, very fast, and you feel like you're not grasping enough oxygen. So, and your diaphragm is going, this area is going up and down. Another one is fatigue. You feel tired all the time, especially on most of your muscles and on your body. That's another way of, the symptoms of COVID-19. Another one, you get muscle ache or body aches. You have a lot of pain. Some people, they are saying like they feel like they're getting pin drops, on their bodies. They feel, like they're having body aches. That's another symptom of COVID-19. Another one is headache. Some people are having severe headache. So that's another symptom of COVID-19. Another one is loss of taste. Some people who, when you start getting COVID-19, some people lose their taste, they lose their smell. Even after, I've seen many people, even after when they are tested and they don't have COVID-19, the taste and the smell is coming back later. That means it's a strong indication if you are losing your taste and your smell. So that's another symptoms of COVID-19. Another one is you get a sore throat. The ordinary cold, you usually have sore throat, but even COVID-19, that virus is also giving you sore throat. You get also congested, your chest get congested, or your nose, and you have a running nose. So that's another symptoms of COVID-19. You get nauseous, you are vomiting. Whatever you eat, you vomit, or you are feeling nauseous all the time. Some people, they don't even feel like they want to eat, and when they see food or something, they vomit. Some people are even having projectile vomiting. So, and another one is diarrhea. Diarrhea is a big one. Most people, I have a friend who had COVID, and she was telling me that most of the time she was staying in her bathroom because all the time is like she has diarrhea. And those, having diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting, that's why most people who have COVID-19, they are losing a lot of water, a lot of weight, because they are having severe diarrhea all the time, and they are vomiting. So that's another symptoms of COVID-19. And other symptoms like confusion. Some people are also getting irritated. They are also, we talked about trouble breathing, and that's why most people, they are panicking, they are anxious, because when you cannot breathe, you panic, because it's like you have to grasp it for air. You don't know even what's going to happen in the next minute. And that's why, like, I was talking to somebody in Kenya, and they were telling me that they saw somebody who was like, they were panicking, they were just running around, because they were saying they could not breathe, because that symptoms of feeling like you have shortness of breath and you can't breathe, it's a very, very bad feeling. So that's one of the big problem, and especially most people, actually, some of the other symptoms, they might deal with them at home. But when you cannot breathe, when you cannot have the oxygen in your body, then you need to be in the hospital. So that's some of the symptoms of COVID-19. There are other, your skin and your nails, they get blue, when you have COVID-19. But the reason for those blueness, even on the skin, is when you lack oxygen in your body, because you're having shortness of breath. That means you don't have enough oxygen, because what is happening with this virus is getting onto your lungs, and then it's going straight to your lung cells, because one of the things how you get it is through your nose, your mouth, and also on your eyes, if eye membrane. So this virus loves to go onto your lungs. It's a dangerous virus, and that's why most people, they are having lung pneumonia, that because of that. And we'll continue talking more of COVID-19, and True Living Shows comes every Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern African Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the subscribe button and likes button and comment. And thank you for watching. Thank you.